Okay, this video, I'm going to show you how to do assignment 214.2. We're going to continue on the assembly from the last assignment, 214.1. So this one is 2.1.4.2, the assembly. We're going to do an animation, and then you're going to do an exploded view drawing sheet based on the animation. So for this assignment, you're going to go ahead and turn in this drawing sheet with the exploded view of the triangle and the tall thin block. So we're going to do first the animation. I'll show you what we're going to do in a second. All right, so we're going to do, you're going to move the triangle. You're going to go up. I'm sorry, you're going to go out to the left and then up with the triangle. Then you're going to go out to the right with the block, tall thin block, and then go up, go out to the right, and then go up, right? We're going to do the animation. And then you're going to, based on the animation, it's going to turn into an exploded view onto this drawing sheet. And then you're also going to create a parts list table right here. And then you're also going to change the materials here as well. Okay. So let's go ahead and get started. Open up, log in, open up your Fusion. Here's the file. So what you're going to do is you're going to open up your IED folder, right, from the home, but from your home on your Fusion. Just bigger. All right, click on ID and then click on your 214 assembly folder, right? And you should have all these here. Here's my example. And you should have your 3-block assembly file open. Double click on that if you haven't already. Okay, so that's this file. This is the one we did from 214.1. We're going to continue on, do the animation, and then do an exploded view drawing based on the animation. Okay, so here's how we're going to do the animation. Okay, so here from the design file, design tab, right? Not from up here. So we're going to click here. If you drop down, you can see all these things that you can do on Fusion, but we're going to click on animation, right? Let's click on animation, and then we're on the animation view, kind of like if you're familiar with graphic designs and video, kind of look like a video here. Here's a timeline down here. Okay, so what we're going to do, again, we're going to animate. What we're going to do is bring the triangle out to the left and up, the tall thin block out to the right and up. Okay, so let's show you how to do that first. We're going to go and use the transform tool command here. So I'm going to drop down transform, and I'm going to go down to manual explode. Okay, left click, right, and then I'm going to click on the triangle first, right, left click on the triangle, right, and then see this little window here, right. I'm going to make it a sequential explosion, and then make sure you click trail line visibility, right, so it's on because it's blue. Right, let me bring this out a little bit. I don't think I could. Yep, there you go. I'm bringing it out a little bit. There you go. So make sure this is blue. Drop down, it's sequential explosion, right? And then here's a little toggle here, right? Up, right? I'm going to click for the triangle, right? It's transparent. I'm going to click on the arrow, this left arrow, because I want it to go out to the left. So I'm going to left click on that arrow. And then here are the toggle. You can see how far it's going to go out, right? So if I play around with it, I'm going to have it go out that far. All right. Then I'm going to hit the check mark. See the trail line right here? Okay, I'm going to transform it again. Hit transform, manual explode, right? And this time, make sure the trail line is on. And then this is still sequential. Then I'm going to click on the blue up arrow. Okay, and I'm going to toggle back and forth, right? It's going to go up that far, right? Hit OK. So if you notice, it's already putting the sequential animations onto the timeline here on the bottom, right? Because we're doing an animation. Okay. Okay. So now let's go ahead and animate the tall thin block, right? So I'm going to click transform, manual explode. Then I'm going to click on the tall thin block. Okay. Well, let me move this over. Right. I'm going to left click so I can move this one up. There you go. So now it's going out, right? I want it to go out to the right. The blue arrow is going the direction I want it to. So I'm going to toggle left click, toggle over. Oh, and they're both moving, which is okay. Go like that. All right. I guess it's sequential. Then I'm going to hit OK. Right. This time I want it one more transformation. I want this one to go up. Okay. So I'm going to click transform, drop down to manual explode. But click on the up arrow because I want this one to go up. Here's the transformation window. Make sure the trail line is on. All right, I'm going to toggle, see how it goes far up. Let's see, I'm going to go that far, then hit OK. All right, so here it is. Here's our storyboard. And here are the animation views that we have going, right? So if I click play, boom, there's the animation. This one goes up and out, and this one goes up and out, right? I'm gonna hit rewind. Let's see that again. Up and out, up and out. Okay, yours could be a little bit different, but as long as you're exploding, as long as your animation, as long as you're doing this animation where the triangle is going up and out and your block is going up and out, okay? All right, so we're done there with this animation. So make sure to save this, okay? We're gonna make a drawing based on this. You won't be able to create a new drawing based on this animation, right? We're gonna create an exploded drawing view. You can't do that, the exploded drawing view, until you save it. So I'm gonna go ahead and save, okay? Just hit okay, okay, save, okay, all right? So now I'm going to go from here, file, new drawing, and this time instead of from design, from animation, right? So I'm gonna click from animation. Okay, let me show you something first, right? So here, this is still the 3-block assembly design file, but we're on the animation view, right? If you just click, if you go back, if you click the down arrow, you click on design, we're back to the design here, right? If I drop down, go to design, I'm on animation, right? So it doesn't matter. We're still using this, we're still on this 3-block assembly design file. Okay, but we're going to create a new drawing. All right, so I'm going to drop down file. We're going to choose new drawing, but this time instead of from the design, we're going to do it from the animation. So I'm going to drop down animation, right? Here, it's coming from the storyboard, right? There's only one, storyboard one, it says up here, and then also right here. Okay, we have the option, if I right click, and we can rename it, but we're just going to go ahead and leave it as storyboard one, okay? And then a size title block, go ahead and select that and hit OK. So here it is coming. So here's the animation. I'm going to left click here. I'm going to make it just a little bit bigger. All right. Left click on there. I'm going to change it from 1 to 4 to 1 to 2. I'm going to leave it at 1 to 2. Okay. Because we need some room over here on the right side of the drawing sheet to put the table in. I'll show you that in a second. All right. I'm going to choose shaded with hidden edges and then hit OK. All right. So there's our exploded view based on our animation with the trail lines. Okay, so now we're going to put the balloons and the table, right? So let's put the balloons in first. Okay, so I'm going to click on where it says the 1, it's a balloon. And I'm going to click on the edge of the tall thin block and then left click. So there's, according to this balloon, it's number 2. Okay, so I'm going to click on the arch somewhere on the edge. This will be, and then left click again. This one's number 1. Click on the edge on the triangle. This will be number 3. Okay, so this is the arch is 1. The tall thin block is 2, and the triangle is 3. Okay, so now we're going to add the parts list, which is the table. So I'm going to drop down under table. Then I'm going to click down a parts list. Right, and so there it is right there. Let's snap it right there on the bottom right hand corner. See that? Okay. So see how I'm going to move this. I'm going to move the drawing over so it doesn't interfere, so we can't see. So now I'm going to move the balloon lines too, because see how the 1 is kind of on top of here? We can easily move that. So I'm going to left click here and then go this direction. Oh. Let me undo that real quick. Okay, right there. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to just highlight there, highlight in blue. I'm going to move it up. See that? The 1, left click, highlight in blue, the 3, move it down. Left click, highlight in blue, the 2, and move it down this way. So now it's a little better looking, right? Okay, so now it shows you the changes already made in the practice, but I'll show you for your example, your materials, right, of your wood pieces should all say steel. So I'll show you how to change that in a second, right? So I want to change the material, and this is what you're going to do too. So let's pretend all of mine says steel as material, because that's what all of yours should say, okay? So I'm going to go back onto the 3-block assembly. Okay. See, we have the animation. Let's go back onto the design. So I'm going to drop back down, use the drop down, go to design, right? And so I'm back here on my blocks. So I'm going to left click, highlight the triangle. Let's do the triangle first, right? And then I'm sorry, let's do it this way. Sorry, you don't have to click on the block. I'm going to click here on the document settings part. Okay, left click, highlight it in blue, then right click, go to physical material. Let's go ahead and change this because I had already changed it from a previous practice. I'm going to change this to walnut. Okay, so I'm going to left click walnut. I'm going to change this arch, left click drag to make it walnut. See that? Okay, same thing. I'm going to change a tilted block and a triangle, right? So I'm going to left click, highlight, tilted. Wait, I'm going to have to close. Let me close the command, finish the command for the materials, close, right? Okay, and then I'm going to left click, tilted block, the copy, right click, physical material, and then I'm going to go ahead and change this to, what else? I'm going to change it to, because it's a picture, Pine Southern, okay? Left click, drag onto the tilted block, okay? Hit close, right? So if you notice the material change, but we colored it, I colored it from the beginning last year to blue, red, and green. So even though the material changed, the color on the outside didn't, okay? But you saw what we did. So now the last thing we're gonna change as far as materials is the triangle, right? So left click on the triangle, the right click, go up to physical material, right? Here's the physical material one over. Let's change this one to cherry, okay? Left click, drag, cherry, onto the triangle. There you go. So if you notice right before I hit close, we have 3 different mood materials. Once I hit close, you're going to see it back to the paint colors. Okay. So there we changed the physical materials for all 3 of these blocks. Okay. So before we do anything else, I'm going to hit save. Okay. On that icon, and then I'm going to hit OK, where it says use or save. You don't have to change that. Hit OK. All right. Now let's go back to the drawing tab, the drawing process. Now, if you notice, hover over here, there's this green triangle, right? There's a warning here. It says here, we made some changes to the reference design. Yes, we did. So go ahead and just click on it, right? There you go. Left click on it, right? You saw the little time hourglass, and it changed the materials that I just changed it from to those other wood finishes to cherry, to southern pine, and I guess I changed it to cherry here. So all your changes to be made here, okay? So this is all you have to screenshot, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and save it. This time you're gonna do save, and then you're gonna name it the 3-block assembly drawing, and then I'm just gonna add exploded. Hit save. Okay, and then this is what you're gonna screenshot for the assignment 2.1.4.2, right? So you should have exactly all these drawings here and the design file. So that is it.